I was talking to my mom a couple years ago and I was getting pretty bored. So I went over to the charger, I grabbed my earbuds and put some music on while I was talking to her. As soon as she saw me do that, she smacked me. She started yelling at me for being disrespectful. She went off. What does she think she's doing? I thought. It's just some earbuds. Now, a couple of years later, in a whole new mindset, I can confidently say that what she did was absolutely right and absolutely justified. Do me a favor. If you are ever talking to someone, and preferably unless you are not actively listen and engaged in what you're playing, don't ever put your earbuds in. Now, reason one, the disrespect. Now, you can see from the intro that the most important part of why you need to keep earbuds or headphones or whatever out of your ears is because it is so disrespectful to just play music when talking to someone else. Because when you do that, you are telling the person next to you, I think you are so uninteresting and so boring, and what you are saying is so unimportant to me that I have to stimulate myself with an outside object like music just to talk to you without leaving. That is just, it is essentially the same thing as like closing your eyes, turning around, and putting up a big middle finger to someone as they're talking to you. Because it's saying, I don't care about you. I just find you completely uninteresting and boring. And as men of respect, we need to be respecting everyone around us. I don't care how boring they are. You don't want to talk to them, don't talk to them, but don't put your earbuds in because that's just an entirely bad move. Trust me. Just by having these little pieces of plastic in your ears, you're giving a giant middle finger to the person talking to you and telling them they're not worth your time. And honestly, if someone's not worth your time, either talk to them about something that interests you or get out of the conversation. Never use your earbuds because that's just disrespectful. And I don't care how boring, how like normal they are. If they are talking to you, respect them and respectfully leave if you need to, but don't put your earbuds in. All right, reason number two is learning. Because while you have one earbud in, barely paying attention to what your teacher's saying, what your grandpa's saying, what your dad's saying, there's a guy in front of you giving his full attention to everybody he meets and learning everything he can from seemingly just random people on the streets. And I know if you look at this shallowly, this will sound stupid for a second, but really just try and think about it. You could find someone who has the information to absolutely skyrocket your progress if you just take that damn earbud out and listen to the people around you and give them your respect. The reason we got into self improvement is because we saw the one video we needed. For me, you know what it was. I talked about it before, but I know there's a video that you saw that you needed that got you into self improvement. Why can't that happen other places as well? Imagine you're next to this war veteran and he's telling you about World War II. He could give you some information on discipline. Like imagine he's talking about having to stay in a trench for 8 hours and how what tactics he used to stay there when he really didn't feel like it, and how you can do the same to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. There's something that you can always learn from everybody, especially people older than you. So if you put that earbud in, you're basically ruining your chances of learning something new, especially something that may help you in the real world. Because while I'm here recording this video, I don't know your life. Like, I'm never going to know who you specifically are unless you live, like, right next to me. So, why don't you get advice from me? Sure, I can help generally, but there are people out there that know you and that really have advice for you. And those people can help you in ways that I can't because I'm just the talking screen right now. I mean, it's really special when you can find advice from someone and you can put that advice into action and it actually works because you realize how much advice can be out there in this world for you to use. And then life becomes so much easier because you start to listen and you start to learn more than you ever have. Trust me. Reason number three is the stimulation, such a dopamine reason. Because playing music or listening to some video through your headphones is just another form of stimulation, especially when it's that degenerate rap music. And trust me, I can get into a whole video about degenerate rap music because nowadays it is just so terrible because all you see are these videos of these rappers saying, "Oh yeah, I'm the best, I'm the best. have sex with these women," and everyone out there is just listening to them like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's like one step up from just watching him go to town on someone else. And, I've already talked so much about the dangers of porn. So why would we go listen to this degenerate music that nowadays is essentially just porn? Because all it's about is like just doing women and taking drugs and drinking alcohol and driving fast. And trust me, I know a really good YouTuber. Hamza has a really great video on this. And I really think you should check out his video if you want to learn more about it because I'm not as educated as he is in this topic. But when you listen to that degenerate music every day, it starts to seep into your brain and it starts to like almost control your actions. Like if you listen to a song that says, "I slapped that bitch, I slapped that bitch, I slapped that bitch," like over and over again for years and years, when you get a girlfriend or even with your parents or your sister, you won't be more likely to become aggressive when actually like in an argument with them, which is just a terrible thing because as men, we're supposed to be the rock. We're supposed to be stable, right? So how can we have so little emotional control that we hit someone? And that can happen in all facets of your life. It'll make you more likely to drink, to try drugs, to speed on the roads, possibly get in a car wreck, to engage in casual sex, which is just awful because it's really no better than watching porn because all it is pleasure. It's just pleasure. Everything about this is just pleasure. So why would we do it? Because we know instant pleasure is bad for us. So just don't listen to this music. Trust me. But back to my point, all this empty stimuli with music, TV, movies, video games, it just decreases our attention span to the point where we just need other stimulus to get out through the day. And unfortunately, this is the way that all the normals live. But we aren't like the normals. We dedicate our lives to being something different, something better than the mediocrity of the modern day. Trust me, just take out the earbud and watch as this just one tiny, simple change really just helps you make more progress in your self improvement journey and especially in your mental health. It's not going to be easy, and you're going to be uncomfortable, and you're going to be bored without music in your ears. But just push through the boredom and watch your mind slowly flourish as the fog of like audio stimulants clears away and you can just focus on what you're doing. Because while things like meditation and gratitude journaling and reading will increase your attention span, if you counteract these things with music, video games, movies too much of the time, these aren't really going to help you at all. And the meditation is going to be kind of offset, which we don't want to happen. We want to always be improving. We don't want to go in a straight line because that's how most people's lives are going. The normal life is either straight or it's slowly going downwards. We want to be going upwards. No matter how slowly, we still want to be going upwards. You could be going up like this, like this, like this. We just want to make sure that we are still going upward. And how do we still go upward? We do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. See you guys next time. Bye bye.